On Snapchat, I asked you guys to ask me some questions because I'm trying to be more personal. I'm trying to be more relatable. I asked for videos, so let's go.
Edward, my question is, where is a good place to go out in Seoul? Because I go to house meeting every weekend and I need a new spot. It's getting late.
Girl, I feel you though. Don't ask me. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I don't explore that much anymore now that I've hit all, like, I've lived here for several years now, and Hongdae, Myeongdong, Dongdaemun, the usual places. I'm not tired of it. It's just that I have nowhere else to like suggest. I would honestly just tell you to go to Joan Kim's vlog channel and you can check out some of the places that she goes there. I spent a lot of time at Common Ground. That's by Konkuk University Station. I spent even more time at Chamsil Lotte World Mall. I love that. Fucking love that place. While you're at it, why don't you go visit Wonho's mom's cafe? No, but one place that I do want to explore more of, which I think might be a nice place to explore, is Hangeunjin, the station before Itaewon Station, I believe. Yeah, around there.
Do you think it would be easy to do exchange for university in Korea? What if you were learning the language?
All right. Transferring to university in Korea. People always ask me all the time, like, oh, how do I get to university there? Oh, how do I get a job there? I don't know. Oh, well, one, I didn't go to school here, and two, the way I got a job was like not even like a job in Korea. It was like in the army base, so that was like a different story. If we're talking about like applying, I heard it's really, really easy to apply and get into university if you're a foreigner because they're being judged completely separately from like Korean students. The transferring process, I don't know, but I heard it's quite easy, like, especially Yonsei. You know, a lot of people that go to Yonsei. But yeah, if you're a foreigner.
If YouTube was to crash, what would you do? Like, would you move to a different social media platform, or would you resort to something else other than social media?
That's a really good question. And with that being said, what I'm doing right now is actually really, really dangerous. I always think everyone should have a plan B, but right now, YouTube was my plan B. Plan A was my job on base that I had, but I quit that job. So right now I'm technically doing my plan B, and I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen if, like, because I'm well aware that YouTube, I mean, I can already see it like going downhill. Right now it's my main source of income. So if YouTube were to just like cease to exist, I would just have to find a job, like a real job, or I might go back to school because I didn't. Some people might not know this, but I didn't finish school, so I don't actually have a degree. I'm like, oh, what the fuck are you doing then, Edward? So yeah, I would probably just go back to school. I'll just resort back to Zynga or MySpace.
Have you ever been to a drag show? If you have, what was it like and who did you see? Also, what was your first relationship like?
Okay. Have I been to a drag show? Have I been to a drag show? Yeah, yes, kind of. I went to the one in, remember that story time I made a long time ago about that girl that was like cock blocking me? That was the same night that me and Miles J hung out. And that was also the first night that I saw kind of a drag show. But the drag scene in Korea I'm not really that aware of it. I'm not really that like up to date with the drag scene here in Korea. But there were drag queens there that were having a drag show. So I watched it and it was okay. Like they performed like 2, 3, 4 songs. So it wasn't really a full-blown like production. But it was cute, I guess. And then my first dating experience, it was alright. I was like what, 16? So I was in that very emotional stage where oh my god, I fucking love you, like even though like we met online or whatever. And there's nothing wrong with meeting someone online. Like it's totally legit. Because me and him are still fantastic friends to this day. You can talk for hours and hours and hours and hours on the phone without getting tired of each other. And the thing is, we broke up because of his parents, I believe. They like found out and were like, oh my god, we're gonna break up. And then I was emotionally distraught for like weeks and weeks. And my sister was like, what the fuck, Edward? Like, calm the fuck down. I'm just like, you don't fucking know me. You don't fucking understand. So it was a beautiful relationship. It was long distance, but like there was nothing bad about it. I loved it. And I'm glad we're still friends today. You know who I'm talking to.
If you had to choose
That's a good question. New name. I remember growing up, I used to hate my name Edward. Maybe it was just mostly the awkwardness of my awkwardness. So whenever people are like, oh, what's your name? I'm just like, Edward? I feel like for the longest time, I wish I had a really easier name, like a one syllable name, like Bob or like Mike or something. But if I had to choose a new name, I would probably name myself. I should be like SoCal and be like Daniel, Philip, Jason, Michael. Oh my god, Daniel Wynn. Oh lord. Good name I always thought was really cute is Sam. Sam is such a cute name to me, and I always in my head I always thought, oh my god, all the boys I've ever met, all the Sams I've ever met in my life are really cute. So I don't know, I think Sam's a cute name. It's really short, it's really sweet, very simple.
What's your favorite thing to do in San Diego?
My favorite thing to do in San Diego, number one, is definitely hang out with my best friends. My best friends are in San Diego, and they mean the fucking world to me. They're my ride or die bitches. And the thing is, I wish I could give you like a better answer, but if I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, the only thing I can think of is like hanging out with my best friends and grabbing some, what is it called? Oh my god, I already forgot the name. That burrito place near where we live there. Just like getting food, all my favorite food spots, and just visiting IKEA just to fuck around and just like walk around and do nothing. I'm just like a very simple person. When I was living in California, I don't that's why I don't know how people do it. And whenever I go to California, they're always like, oh, where you want to go? Like, and these people open up their fucking Yelp and going to all these like hip and happening places, and I'm just like, I honestly would rather just like lay in bed and not do anything. If I'm doing anything with my best friends, then I could do anything. But yeah, hanging out with my best friends and going to places to eat in San Diego. And you know what? I've never actually been into like carne asada fries, and I know that's a thing that like everyone knows San Diego for, but like I never got into it. I never really had carne asada fries. I had it like once, and even then I was just like, oh, it's okay. So I know all the little SoCalians are gonna like crucify me, but what the fuck ever. Oh my god. Sometimes I see people doing shit like that on Snapchat, and it makes me realize how there are very similar people out there in the world like me and stuff. It makes me feel like not alone. Oh my god, I already forgot the fucking question. I'd rather have my feet as hands. Was that one of the options? Yeah.
Like 2 a.m., but I wanted to ask if you're gonna make more outfit videos in the future.
Actually, we went to Malaysia, and we were originally gonna film a lookbook there, but it was too. Okay, here's the thing. Like, Our's friend owns a brand called Duck Dive, and Duck Dive has been quite well known these days because BTS is wearing a lot of their clothes, and they won't be like, oh, can you please like wear these and like mention it. They literally will just give BTS the clothes, or Amber or Henry, and then they'll just wear it, and people will look for it because his logo's like all over the clothes. So he gave us some of the clothes, and you might have seen me wear it in some videos, but we were supposed to film a lookbook, and the thing is, it was a spring collection, but it was like long sleeves and like sweaters, and I'm like, I cannot go to, maybe in Korea it would be okay, but in Malaysia I couldn't fucking do it. So and the thing is, I pretty much only brought those clothes, and also a combination of that, and there weren't really any places for us to like take cute like shots or whatever, because we wanted to make it very lookbooky, very like oh, at the coffee shop, or like all that, you know what I'm talking about. And also the fact that we were so tired and lazy, to be honest. So look, I don't think I'm really gonna be focusing on fashion at all. Maybe more so on my Instagram, but even then I don't even tag my clothes there, you know what I mean? It's more so for like inspirations. But yeah, I don't think I'm ever gonna be like a fashion-y YouTuber, in the sense that I'm not gonna upload very many lookbooks. I know I've done them before, but those were like a whole production themselves. And the thing is, I change my style so often that I don't know. I used to do like those sort of like trend update videos, but it's one of those things where I feel like if I look back on it, I'm gonna be like, oh my god, what the fuck was I thinking? You know what I mean? It's my whole channel, to be honest. Like, even from a video from a week prior, I'll be like, what the fuck was I thinking? There's so many videos I want to put private because I fucking hate the way they came out. But you know what? A girl's gonna make her money.
We're gonna open this, but here's my question. What is your honest thoughts about Monsta X's comeback? If you open my snap, I'm really gonna scream. I'm gonna scream.
You better be screaming now.
Really gonna
You better scream it now, Hanny. You guys saw my reaction. Like, I'm obsessed, yes. And boy, those silk shirts and those silk pants are doing Wano's muscles good. I am not complaining one fucking bit, Henny. They were like number 1 on M Countdown, but then Winner had to like come in and swoop that shit right out of their hands. Personally, for me, it doesn't matter that much whether they get number 1 or not, because they're number 1 in my heart. It would be very nice if they won number 1, because I think they deserve it. You know, it would make the boys happy, but I can't do anything about it if they're not number 1, you know what I mean? Actually, no, I could be like, I don't know how you guys do it, like the streaming and shit, I don't know, voting, I don't know how y'all do it. But no tea, no shade, I really find it annoying when people are like, oh my god, stream this shit, I don't understand you guys, what are you guys doing? Like, people blaming other people for them not getting number 1, I'm just like, y'all, they'll get number 1 when it's meant to be. But other than that, I really, really like their comeback. And lately, a lot of groups have been doing like sort of like trilogies or like series, so I'm really curious as to what they're gonna do next after this, because yo, girlfriend 여자친구, this last comeback was kind of like for me. And the charts don't lie. I really like their last, was it a trilogy? Like, what is it? Na 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 Milena. That was a fucking bop. I don't know what this whole like na 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 na. I don't know. It's cute, but I don't know. I was a little bit underwhelmed.
So,
Oh god. Giving the children what they want. Oh my god, I need to remember that. Because you guys will ask the question and then start talking after that. And so I'll be paying attention to that, but then I'll forget the question. Question was, what was it like when I first moved to Korea, I believe? It was fine. But the thing is, when I moved to Korea, I moved with my family. My family lived all the way up north in like the countryside. So it wasn't like, oh my god, it's just like in the dramas. Because it was literally like the countryside. It's still pretty nice out there, but you know, it wasn't like, oh my god, it's exactly how I imagine it. It's just there's Korean stuff all around me, I guess. Hi.
What are your thoughts on an American student going to Korea for college?
I think it's great. It'll give you a chance to a perfect time to be learning Korean, because you'll be surrounded by Korean shit. You'll be in Korea, so I think it's a great idea especially if you're interested in learning Korean.
Hello, what is one thing you really want to do in life that you haven't told us? Like, not makeup or like become more famous.
Wait, oh shit, I already forgot the question! What's one thing I want to do other than teaching makeup? Was that the question? I'm sorry, if I don't answer your question, I apologize. I always wanted to make video games. I'm probably just like making this answer up. I probably really don't want to make video games, because I remember for the longest time I thought I was going to go into game design, video game design, and I even took like one class, but I think that class like turned me off to like the idea of making video games, because in my head I'm thinking, oh shit, this is gonna be so fun, like creating your own video games, and yeah. The first video game class I took was like video game planning, and in that class there was no game development involved. It was literally just like, oh well, we'll plan a video game and we'll create characters and storylines. And I think that class turned me off to it. And then luckily after that, the whole YouTube thing took off. So maybe doing something in video games? I don't know. I really love video. If you don't know that about me, there's one thing. If I'm not doing this YouTube shit, I'm playing video games.
Would you rather have an American accent or a British accent?
I have a feeling it's one of those things where, because with a lot of things in life, I feel like people want what they don't have. Accents, well, maybe. For me, I feel like every time I always feel like Americans, whenever they hear British accents, they're like, oh my god, I would love to have that accent. Because in our heads, we're thinking, oh my god, we sound so much smarter or something like that. Because I have met, well actually, no, were they Australian? Where they're like, oh my fucking god, I love... Oh no, they were British. And they're like, oh I fucking love your American accent, it's so sexy. Just to answer the question, I'd probably say British accent, just to like switch things up.
What's your opinion on the most recent popularity of drama channels and other channels centered around specifically trying to destroy other YouTubers' careers?
Oh my god, y'all, I'm sure y'all, if you've all followed like the drama channels, the whole Jungkook and shit, oh my god. When I first saw Jungkook, sorry, this is like kind of going off on a tangent. When I first saw Jungkook, I was like, oh, this is really interesting, it's funny or whatever, but then it got to the point where, well, for me as a YouTuber, it kind of annoyed me because it made me feel like, oh god, I have to fucking be careful about everything I fucking do. And then the shit hits the fan and everything turns around and everyone starts calling him out on his shit. I was like, oh bitch, bye. Half of me is like, oh well, I think it's great that these channels are You know, if they're calling them out on things that they're doing negatively, then sure. But then the other half is like, sometimes I'm thinking like, y'all need to calm down sometimes. I am subscribed to like one drama channel, but I feel like she makes her Here for the Tea. If y'all know Here for the Tea, she's I like the way she does it. People like Jong Kuk-yen, who was the first, Kennedy Sanders. Oh my god, it's been someone. He's not really doing YouTube these days, but when he doesn't know how to, he doesn't edit his videos. He kind of just like, you literally see him taking a drink of coffee or like tea, and like you see he doesn't edit anything out. I'm just like, come on, just fucking talk already. Anyway, my thoughts on drama channels. I think they can be fun, but if you know how to deliver your content properly. There are some people that think they can just talk in front of him and be like, I'll let you know that this bitch, she's being sponsored by Fiji water, and the way they just go on, and I think with drama channels, it's just all about presentation of information, I guess, and it depends how you present the information. Oh my god, leave it to me to not even answer the fucking question. This is gonna really bother me if I don't insert this clip. But anyway, I think I was trying to like make a point, but then I went off into a tangent. But what I was trying to say is that I used to think these drama channels were really fun and interesting, but now it's really obvious that they're trying to they're like really reaching for content. If there's a YouTuber or whatever that, especially in the beauty community, that has an opinion or does something that they don't like, or even sometimes that things that don't even really fucking matter, like that Fiji water thing, which by the way was it was a joke, but he turned it into some kind of like story or scandal. You can really tell they're trying to reach for like stuff to talk about rather than like when things actually happen and reporting on it. They're in constant need of content to create, so they'll just start basically starting shit out of nothing, and they'll try to demonize, because these days people are constantly demonizing people for things that like really don't matter. I don't know.
You'll know. I feel like this is gonna be really requested. Like, it's been a few weeks, and I don't know how much about it, so give me all the details. I really need it. If you don't want to answer, if you don't feel comfortable answering, it's okay. I don't mind.
She's really pretty. I think she asked about my nose. Is it okay? It's fine. I think I can touch it now without me being like, oh my god, I know it's sore. Like I can like wiggle it now. But like it feels so fucking weird. It's just like hard, and I can feel the pressure of me touching my skin here. Wait, am I ripping my foundation off? I can feel it, but like my nose moving, like it's weird. It's hard to describe, like, because they put a silicone insert in there. I can feel it moving inside, like the pressure, but I can't really, like, there's no feeling, if that, it's hard to explain. It's almost like when you get your like your mouth numbed or something, like when you're doing something with your teeth and like surgery or something, and they have to numb your mouth. You can touch it, but like it doesn't feel like it's part of my body, if that makes sense. But in terms of healing, it's still quite swollen right here, but I can definitely see it every day getting, you know, tiny bit less swollen. So I'm well on my way to proper recovery.
Have you ever making your own makeup brand? If so, what would the name of the brand be, and what products would you sell?
I'm thinking about it. Makeup, people always ask me, oh, when's the makeup and skincare line gonna come out? But it's one of those things where I'm like, bitch, I know good formulas, but I don't know how to make good formulas. When I was in Malaysia, I did meet with I was introduced. No, he came up to me. This very handsome man who has like a company that deals with color cosmetics, and he gave us his business card or whatever. And I don't know if I'm ever interested in making cosmetics. I think I would want, because the thing is, I'd be very like hands-on. Like I would be like, I want this, and this, because a lot of companies what they would like to do is like, oh, we'll make stuff and then we'll just put your name on it. I don't want to do that shit. So if I ever made a makeup and skincare line, I would want to be very hands-on with it. The name, oh my god, I was talking to my friend about this, and he was like, why do you name it Eternity? It sounds so stupid. Like it sounds clever, like, oh my god, the word eternity in my name is in there, but as soon as I hit the Eddie part, the Etern Eddie part, I'm like, that sounds so gross. I also like the word edition. There's Ed at the beginning, but like the way edition sounds, like it sounds really cool in my head. I don't know. Treasure Hunter and I are trying to make like a brand for myself. Not like a makeup skincare, but just like the Edward brand. But I'm trying to think of a name. I can't think of anything. The kinds of products I would have in it though. I think for me, I would maybe start with like a cushion. I feel like it would take me a while because I would want to reach out from like the palest of skins to like the deepest of skins, and we know like on each spectrum, or the entire spectrum, there's different undertones and things. So it's hard because my audience is so diverse. I don't want to leave anybody out, so that would be the main issue. So that's why I'm making fucking jewelry and glasses right now. I'm only gonna answer one more because this video is getting quite long. So yeah.
Hi Edward.
Hi.
My question is there something that like sort of haunts you, like something that you think about a lot that you regret doing or not doing?
Oh girl, she's asking the deep questions. Oof. The deep questions now. I hate to be that bitch, but I don't regret anything in life. Everything that's ever happening has made me the person that I am today. Oh, you know one thing? This is a really stupid answer, but earlier when I was talking about, every time I look back at old videos, I don't think of like what the fuck I was doing. I have a lot of YouTube videos where I wish there are things about them I could change. For example, the camera I was using, the lighting. If you follow me for a while, you guys know I struggled all the time with people constantly on me about my foundation shit. I always blamed my lighting and the SPF in the foundation. And yeah, it did definitely had something to do with the SPF and shit that was in my foundation, but it was my camera that was like making it look like that. You guys are probably like, but bitch, your foundation is still too fucking like, it's not the right color. Also that one fucking video, the how I whiten my, actually there's your answer to your question. The how I whiten my skin video. Now in that video, I think the main thing is if I had just changed the title, then it would be better. It would be alright, because I think the whiten part like really upsets a lot of people. But if you actually watch the video, it's just me talking about how I even my like skin tone, because I get farmer's tan really easily, especially in California where I only really wear short sleeves. So this part of my arm will be darker than the rest of my body. And the words I was using, I probably wasn't making it obvious enough that it was mostly just about evening the skin tone. The products I mentioned, like the whitening soap and stuff in there, will only lighten your skin tone by like not even a shade and a half. So it will brighten your skin tone is what I was saying. But a lot of people when they're trying to talk shit about me, that tends to be like the video they gravitate towards. It's like, oh, he's just bleaching his skin. But all these fucking people throwing that word around, bleaching, like who actually bleaches their skin? I'm sure there is a group of people that do, but they want to take this one video and be like, oh my god, Edward hates himself, he doesn't want to be Filipino. And a lot of times it's Filipinos that will say that shit. And I think it's like really weird. I don't know, the whole skin tone thing, honestly, you'll see even people that are like, oh my god, I feel liberated. The people that say like, oh, my parents always told me that light skin is better. That if you have parents that are telling you you are dark, you need to get lighter, there's an issue there. But these people that are making videos about like, I finally come to accept my tan skin tone, I'll hear that, I'm like, oh bitch, yes. But then right after they'll be like, fuck those Asians that think that white skin is better, and then they're always trying to like, look, it's one thing to like prefer when your skin looks brighter or whatever, but it's another to like accuse people of saying, oh, light skin is better than dark skin, when they never said anything like that. They just like to automatically assume that people will think like that. And it's funny because they'll have pictures or whatever, like even celebrities, where like when they were younger they were much darker, and then years later as an adult they'll have like lighter skin, and they'll use that as like an excuse to be like, do you see what society is doing to people? You see what Korean society is telling people, that like darker skin is like lesser than lighter skin? And I'm like, bitch, when we were younger, we were outside way more than we were inside. We were always playing outside, but as we get older, we're like studying or we're like working indoors. So of course we're gonna get lighter in skin tone. Like this is my natural skin tone, but people want to think, oh, that's him like lightening his skin. Oh man, this is like becoming like a different kind of video. I'm sorry, I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna do more of these because this was kind of fun. It gives me a chance to feature some of you guys on the channel, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.